What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. We have the Justice League Dark character pack, and this is a pre-order bonus, early unlock if you were to digitally pre-order the game on Xbox or PlayStation. So I got the game for free from WB Games, so thank you to them for that in the early access. But I ended up buying it myself digitally on Xbox One, which is what we're playing on now. I already have 100% completion, obviously, on the PlayStation 4, so there you go. Here I am starting over on Xbox One because I had to have Justice League Dark ASAP. If you saw earlier during the release of the game, lead up to the release, I did my top 10 heroes I wanted to see. Number 1 and number 2 on my list, right here. That is right, we have John Constantine, and we have Boston Brand, aka Deadman. And pretty excited. I cannot look at John Constantine and not see Matt Ryan anymore. He was so good as the Hellblazer, and I'm so excited that we finally have John Constantine in a Lego video game. It is so cool. So these are some of the cool things he does. This is actually the first time I've actually used him. I literally got to the point in the game on Xbox One where I could do this and immediately popped him in. Now obviously I just completed the second chapter of the game, so I can't really do a whole heck of a lot. And I have this pesky little 140 telling me where to go on the screen. So here is John Constantine, the Hellblazer himself, and he looks perfect. I mean, he really does. I mean, I know he's a very simple looking character with his suit and tie. Here we go, character 182. Known alias is John Constantine in Justice League Dark. So he does beam deflect, chlorokinesis, earth access, heat, mirror portal, mind control, illumination, heat bolts, photo mode, security access, shield mode, stealth, vent travel, and telekinesis. While growing up in Liverpool, England, John Constantine was fascinated with dark magic and traveled across the world in order to study it. Now as a detective, John uses his abilities to help those in danger, but is more concerned with his work than being nice to the people he saves. First appearance, Swamp Thing number 37, 1985. So that's pretty cool. Now here we have Deadman, and I'm pretty excited to see him in the game finally. I started to really like Boston because his name is Boston, and that's where I'm from. But here you can see he flies. Now he was kind of like Nightwing. He was like a trapeze artist, I guess you could say. He essentially he died, but ended up living forever as a ghost, essentially. And he can possess other characters. I grew to love this character during Darkest Night, or Blackest Night, I should say. So he played a very integral role, actually more in Brightest Day than Blackest Night. So it's really cool to see him in here. There was a really cool scene with Batman where Batman essentially he thinks Batman should be the White Lantern, but Batman is like, nah, you're selfish, you're wrong. So when I was actually at DC Comics recently, I was able to grab his graphic novel from that storyline. So here we have a character unlocked, Mr. Mixer. So I actually know where everything is, so I can just basically randomly pop up on it and be like, yo, give me that. So, case in point, I can go up to the top of this building? No, the top of Electrical. And get Hawkgirl. See? So, there's also the Justice League Dark cartoon that he was in, where he was super excited to go grab Batman. I don't know, there's a lot of really cool stories around him. So, but most of all, he came into play during Brightest Day and Blackest Night. those storylines. So that's kind of where I really kind of like started to like them. So here you go, Deadman number 181, acrobat, flight, graffiti, electricity protection, hyper jump, toxic goo, toxic gas, fire protection, mind control, photo mode, security access, vent travel, and teleportation. Obviously mind control made sense. As a famous circus acrobat, Boston Brand had an egocentric lifestyle, caring little for anyone but himself. However, after his untimely demise, he returned to the world as a ghost and was tasked with helping others as the superhero Deadman, becoming a member of Justice League Dark. Strange Adventures number 205, 1967, also a member of the Sentinels of Magic. So there you have it, there's Deadman. Alright, so we have Spectre, who's also on my top 10 list. Now, there's a lot of different versions of Spectre. There's Crispus Allen. Even, what's his face? Hal Jordan has been the Spectre. He can't fly. I knew he would grow. Yeah, there you go. He could fly. So yeah, Hal Jordan was the Spectre for a while. So basically, the Spectre is like an energy or like an entity that will take different host bodies. So yeah, man, he's actually been around for a long time. I would venture to say he's one of the oldest DC, heroes or villains. He's kind of like an anti-hero, I guess you would say. But yeah, I don't know which version this is, but we'll check it out in a second here. So it looks like he does all that cool stuff. This is my first time using him, so obviously. Ooh, forgot he grew. So character 183, we have James Corrigan is this version. Gotham City Police Department. So he has detective mode, electricity, flight, electricity protection, hyper jump, toxic goo protection, toxic gas, fire protection, photo mode, stealth, telekinesis, transform, and vent travel. After police detective Jim Corrigan was ambushed by criminals, he became a vengeful spirit known as the Spectre. Embracing his new calling, this ghostly guardian has undertaken a ruthless crusade against crime, using his supernatural powers to punish wrongdoers wherever they may be. Look at that, More Fun Comics number 52, 1940. Like I said, he's been around for a long time, and there have been various versions. I think most famously Hal Jordan when he was dead. So that is the Spectre. We left him grown. Next up we have Zatanna, and obviously Zatanna has been in the game before. She flies. This is a slightly different version. She is currently in Justice League Dark with Wonder Woman as the leader. I believe Deadman is in that group now, maybe? I'm blanking. I can see it in my head. So, yeah, there's that. I know Swamp Thing is in it. Detective Chimp is in it. So, this is a slightly different version. She doesn't have her top hat on. Now, obviously, a lot of people will remember her as being in Young Justice as well. But Zatanna and Zatara, her father, have both been integral members of the Justice League family for quite a while. They changed her up a little bit. Again, she's been in previous games. So, let's take a look. Zatanna Zatara, Justice League Dark, Justice League, Sentinels of Magic. She does Acrobat, Beam Deflect, Chlorokinesis, Electricity, Security Access, Photo Mode, Illumination, Flight, Shield Mode, Telekinesis, Vent Travel. Known to the world as a famous stage magician, Zatanna learned that she had inherited the ability to control real magic and decided to use her powers to fight supernatural dangers. Now a superhero sorceress, this princess of prestidigitation, wow, that's a word, is ready to put a show that no one will ever forget. Hawkman number 4 was her first appearance, 1964. Now keep in mind, like 15 minutes before recording this video, I was dead asleep, so yeah. That's dedication. Anyway, so there's Zatanna. She once actually wore Dr. Fate's helmet, by the way, in Young Justice. That is why her father, Zatanna, had to go ahead and step in as the new wielder of Dr. Fate's helmet. So there you go, Zatanna. And after the Spectre, we have Etrigan the Demon. And he has been working with Justice League Dark as well for a while. He was in the last game as well, I believe. And he looks awesome. We also saw him in, there's like a Justice League Dark animated film. He was a big part of that. Does he grow? No, he doesn't grow. Okay. Driver. He's got his tattered. Oh, we don't want to fight them. That's a crime. You can go do that. Basically, you're their getaway driver. And you do that crime. So there's that. But yeah. Etrigan the Demon. He looks pretty cool. I know that I think he's sometimes portrayed as a villain. Not a character I know a ton about, but I still think he's cool. He looks cool. I'm destroying these phone booths because there's 10 of them throughout Metropolis, and destroying them you get a gold brick. So we've committed a crime. We might start getting attacked by the police now. Yeah, just kind of running around. Does he super jump? He does. Super jumping is awesome. It's actually, in some cases, faster than flight. Believe that. Because you can basically launch it and then like start your next launch while still in the air. So we're getting a good view of Metropolis here. Now, a lot of times my gameplay videos where I'm showing off characters are in Metropolis, because the lighting is good, and I feel like you should be able to see the characters in good light. So let's check out Etrigan. I'm probably butchering pronunciation. You guys let me know. Jason Blood, Justice League Dark, and Justice League. Boost Lift, Fire Protection, Toxic Gas Protection, Toxic Goo Protection, Smash Walls, Photo Mode, Hyper Jump, Heat, and Super Strength. As a knight from the legendary realm of Camelot, Jason Blood became bound to the powerful demon known as Etrigan. Cursed to share the same body, Jason is able to transform into Etrigan whenever needed. However, given his extremely ruthless nature, this should only be used as a last resort. The Demon number 1, 1972. So it doesn't seem like he actually transforms to Jason Blood, but it is what it is, I suppose. And last but not least, we have Swamp Thing, a character that also is in other previous games. And this looks like the Brightest Day version, because we cannot fly. So in Brightest Day, he was able to, he was basically the new White Lantern, essentially. Like the new, life power. I remember growing up watching a Swamp Thing TV show, man. It was so good. Maybe not so good, but it was something that I definitely enjoyed watching. I haven't been, like, I've always had like an affinity to Swamp Thing because of it. But I don't know, like, I see Swamp Thing now, and maybe it's because like I just kind of like hated playing him with him or against him in Injustice 2. I just kind of got bored. There's certain characters that Injustice 2 ruined for me, just because I hated getting their gear all the time, and Swamp Thing was one of them. But this is a cool design. There were actually 2 versions of Swamp Thing in the last game, I think. But this one's actually pretty cool. It's a nice different look. And yeah. So he's a current member of Justice League Dark as well. Swamp Thing. Alright, Alec Holland, Justice League Dark. So he does Beam Deflect, Boost Lift, Allura Kinesis, Dig, Toxic Gas, Fire Protection, Electricity Protection, Earth Access, Hyper Jump, Illumination, Photo Mode, Super Strength, and Smash Walls. Whoopsie. Wasn't ready for that. Scientist Alec Holland was working on an experimental bio-restoration formula when his lab was attacked by criminals. After coming into contact with his formula, Alec fell into a nearby swamp, resulting in the creation of the creature known as Swamp Thing, the Avatar of the Green. House of Secrets number 92, 1971. So there you have it, folks. That is the Justice League Dark Pack. If you don't have access to it now, but you did get the season pass, don't worry about it. This is just early access. You will get it eventually. My best guess is that it will be 30 days after release, but that is a guess. They haven't really announced that yet. So don't worry too much. I know these characters are really cool, but you'll have your chance to get them with the season pass very shortly. I'm pretty excited, though. I'm going to be using Boston Brand here. Deadman quite a bit in my new videos. So, oh, there's one right here. I forgot about that. General Zod. So, there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see ya.